Hello, my beautiful animals, and welcome back to the Devil Unbound channel. Thank you, as always, very much for tuning in. As you know, in this channel, in this particular project, I aim to show misinformation and disinformation as the principal causes of human suffering and social decay. And I also do my best to demonstrate that critical thinking and the proper fundamentals of philosophy are the best possible avenues to happiness and social health. And with that in mind, the post or the content that I want to share with you today comes from a different project. It is originally titled On the Importance of Progressions to Learning, and it is a quick meditation on metacognition. As it should be, the importance of progressions to learning is a critical topic of discussion amongst educators of any discipline. But more importantly to this project, to the Devil Unbound, is the fact that I continue to find the application of proper philosophical fundamentals conducive to progress and happiness. And that is in any field. Yes, the words I put here come from a different project, but they are a testament to the value of critical thinking. They show how it can make everything better. Now, before I proceed, I want to make it clear that this is not an exhaustive description of the importance of progressions in learning, but a preamble, if you will, of more in-depth material I promise to offer. In non-physical or academic specializations, proper knowledge of primary or basic material ensures the success of more advanced learning. In physical disciplines, progressions also ensure proper skill development, but more importantly, the athlete's safety. For example, in a math classroom, it would be unwise for the teacher to expect students to perform multiplication operations before mastering addition. And while they could memorize timetables to give the illusion of knowing how multiplication works, they would lack the knowledge required for more advanced mathematics. The same logic applies in the gym, especially in locomotion and inversion training, that is, learning how to move and how to go upside down. Some athletes can perform complex skills without meeting logical prerequisites, but with limited, and I say very limited, understanding of them. It is true that athletes with a vague understanding or awareness of the mechanics of an acrobatic skill run more risk of getting lost, losing the skill, that is, forgetting how to do it, and at the worst of times, injuring themselves in the process. And this is the abstraction that coaches and educators need to entertain to make sure their pupils learn safely and adequately. Yes, it seems stereotypical, but as critical as the topic may be amongst teaching circles, the idea is lost almost everywhere else. And you can observe this lack of logical progressions in people who, without any background in science or scientific research, pretend to grasp complex concepts well. They don't, and their intellectual failures are evident. Let's talk about metacognition. In epistemology, which is a fancy word we use in philosophy for the study of knowledge acquisition, we worry about three types of knowledge that are the main components of metacognition. First, there is declarative knowledge or content knowledge. And this is the understanding of your own capabilities and self-evaluation of what you know. This state is when you can say or declare that you know something, but do not necessarily know how to explain what you know. Second, there is procedural knowledge or task knowledge. And this is when you can perceive, if you will, the mechanics of a task better. You can see its difficulty and its consequences. At this point, you can explain more dimensions of what you do, but cannot still manipulate them. And third, there is conditional knowledge or strategic knowledge. And this is when you can set up strategies or implement methods to acquire new skills. In this state, you can identify conditions that are conducive or restrictive to learning. Here is where you begin to manipulate the abstract aspects of learning and skill development. I submit that proper teaching and learning should take people through these states seamlessly. I also maintain that the simple act of understanding the different types of knowledge can help people adapt to fit their needs in various stages of development and learning. Now, and this is the caveat that makes all of this worthwhile. Understand that like an athlete can injure themselves physically when attempting to perform skills for which they have no background, you also run the risk of intellectual and moral injury when you attempt to tackle complex science without observing logical progressions. I want you to think about that as you go through your day today. This is, after all, a quick meditation on metacognition and the importance of logical progressions to learning. Understand that you cannot arrive at proper conclusions in any area of knowledge without the proper background to it. Thinking is like any other complex or complicated skill. It requires effort, concentration, and discipline training. As always, thank you very much again for tuning in to the Devil Unbound's channel. I have linked to all the resources I used for this video in the description below. Remember to like and subscribe, and take care.